up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of George Reviews. I am your host, 80s Transformer fan, and today on George Reviews, we'll be taking a look at G.I. Joe Classified Series number 29, Special Mission Cobra Island. Alvin Kabe, or Kibi, better known as Breaker with Ram Cycle. I don't know if I'm butchering that last name. Kabe. I don't know. Somebody let me know in the comments. I don't remember his actual real name from a kid. I think this is the first time I actually spoke it aloud. If I ever knew it, I don't know. But anyway, it is Breaker with the Ram Cycle. And I believe this is a Target exclusive. I ordered it online from Target. I don't think anybody's carrying it right now. It might be a shared exclusive later on. But got mine at Target. Then right after it came out, like a week later, they reduced the price, and I had to get back with Target and get the price adjusted. It was like a sale from like Friday to Tuesday or something, or I don't know if it happened on Tuesday. But anyway, they announced the thing was on sale, and I think I got like $10 back off the thing or whatever, but which is always good. So here's this packaging. It is another G.I. Joe figure riding motorcycle. We previously got the Baroness and now this guy, so they're building a motorcycle vehicle collection. Kind of hope they move on to a different vehicle. Let's get a trouble bubble. Anyway, here is his packaging. You can see the figure fully within, all of the accessories, everything you need to put the motorcycle together. It's mostly assembled, but you got a couple accessory attachments right here. This is the assembled motorcycle, at least artwork of it anyway. A couple little images that transition to the side of the box. You can see them like yelling out, hitting a corner, or taking a jump or something. The back of the box is like an aerial photo of Cobra Island and some of the bunkers and platforms on Cobra Island. I guess this is a G.I. Joe surveillance shot or something like that. Then on the side of the box, a couple glyphs, whatever. Only one I know that means cell phone, speech bubble. There's a lock and a Wi-Fi antenna. I don't know. Anyway, let's get Breaker open and see what he has to offer us. Slide the clamshell out of the box. It's not, it's a half a clam. And there's nothing further in the box. You can see just a little background and some type of Cobra Island symbol. Two cobras coming together. I don't know. And the Cobra Island. I guess that's actually pretty cool. It's the Cobra Island back there. A couple guns waiting for G.I. Joe coming in. And the Terror Dome over there in the corner. So that's cool. Then, Cobra Island is so big, the Terror Dome is not even the main structure. That's sweet. Breaker out. Start with the motorcycle. You have a kickstand on it. Yep. Kickstand right here. Before we even get to it, stand it up. Here is the Gatling gun. And whatever this thing is, the that attaches to it, the ammo holder and the sidecar thing all in one. Breaker out. I'm glad it didn't have a ton of tie downs. Breaker back there, and then finally the helmet. He always had on the helmet. All right, let's get a good look at Breaker. First, I'm going to take a look at his face. And I want to tell you that a lot of people are grabbing this figure to customize him for the unhelmeted head for their Marvel Legends Mysterio from Spider-Man Far From Home. Because he looks a lot like the actor Jake Gyllenhaal, as you can see. So not only do you have to worry about trying to track down this figure because he's kind of hard to find. Then they just reduced the price just recently. And then it's a Target exclusive. I believe it's a Target exclusive. It may become a shared exclusive later on. But right now, he's a Target exclusive. I got mine off Target.com. I actually pre-ordered it. Came in the mail like 2 weeks ago now. So yeah, so you have to deal with that if you don't have this figure already. He is decked out in all green like the vintage figure. The vintage guy was just like a generic guy that could keep making figures off of his body style, and this thing is like no exception. I mean, he has on like the standard pants. I think these same pants and boots that came on Duke. I'll check that out. He has on a little tactical vest or whatever, and then I got paint all on my. I don't think that's on purpose. I think the black paint is just missing right there. It's not paint on. It's the black paint is like missing right there. because this whole vest piece is green plastic, and then the harness or straps are painted black, and that's not done well right there. And again, green plastic with some black plastic mixed in. He has some paint on his forearms to match his flesh tone, because underneath this is straight green plastic. They didn't bother to break it up and add a separate piece of plastic, which I do like. Which sometimes Hasbro will do. They will keep giving you different plastics throughout the figure, but they kind of cheaped out on this one, maybe because he comes with the bike. I don't know. So anyway, yeah, he has on his tactical vest. You can see he's wearing a watch, which is done in all green plastic. His hands and gloves are black plastic. I don't know if his kneecaps are done in black. Nope, the kneecaps are black paint. So you got a basic generic green figure, just like he was in the vintage toy line. But doesn't look like the vintage toy. It looks like some random actor, which, well, not so random, because Jake Gyllenhaal. So anyway, let's take a look at his articulation. Well, let's take a look at the face. Let's take a look at the actual face. He has what looks to be blue eyes. My camera, not just my camera, to my eye, they kind of look purple. Honestly do. I'm going to assume they were meant to be blue. But they're done well. They're on the scope perfectly. You can see the whites. You can see the eyebrows. You can see his scraggly little beard. His hair. And that all looks pretty good. Ear sculpted in there. It looks pretty good. So I'm going to articulate that head. No true side to side. 360. He can look down this far, which is good. And he can look up a ton that far, which is awesome. So that is good right there. Coming to a shoulder articulation. 360 at that shoulder, comes up this high. He has a bicep swivel allowing full 360. Double jointed elbow. Coming down to that wrist at 360. I believe the hands are interchangeable. Yeah, but he does not have extra hands. But if you have more figures, you have more hands. And I'm not sure if what's under this, as far as the app, it looks like an articulation right here. But because of this vest thing that I don't believe comes off unless you force it off. Yeah, you can see the articulation point, but you can't use it. So you have to go to the waist and you get a 360 out of that. But it is articulated under there if you're one of those people brave enough to just cut it off and skilled enough to re-add it to the figure. He has a port for a backpack right here, or maybe some weapon storage or something right there. And like I said, you can mix and match if you collect multiple G.I. Joe figures. His waist articulation is as follows. You get a full split out of this guy. The front kick is always better than the back kick because they have the hard plastic butt scope. And this kind of breaks up the scope. And I actually stressed it in there. If you can see, it is a stress right in there. Just doing that little bit. Man, I don't want to lose his legs. It's stressed all the way around. You see that little white mark? Wow. Be careful with that. And he has like the drop hinges in the legs in G.I. Joe. I actually discovered mine by accident one day. I thought I messed it up. But drop hinge. I guess maybe I was supposed to drop it out to move it. I don't know, but that's kind of scary in there, breaking that thing. He has a thigh swivel. And with some of these figures, some of the joints are way over tight. That wasn't so bad, but it was nice and tight. Knee bend, double hinge. Awesome right there. Boot cut, actually. Oh, there it is. Had to free it up. There's the boot cut and laces on the boots as well. Front, the back rocker, and could never really tell. Okay, the left leg is always hard to rock on these toys, and because I'm right-handed, I always use the left leg. There we go. And the joint always seems frozen. And for a second, because I don't never want to break it, I always think it doesn't have the rocker. Breaker also comes with a helmet. And here it is. Instead of giving him some type of clear visor, these cheapos, instead of adding a second piece to the helmet and adding some assembly to it, they just painted the visor as if it was reflecting some Miami sunset or something. Which is crazy. It's one green piece of plastic with the black sides, the technical, I think this is a camera and a microphone, the headset and the antenna. All that's painted black, and the visor is painted Miami sunset, sparkling colors or whatever. So we'll get this on his head. Does it completely cover his eyes? There we go. We got it covering his eyes, and now we got more of the 80s Breaker helmeted up. And he actually looks pretty cool, but like I say, even in the dark and midnight, wherever he's at in my background is nighttime, he has this sunset reflective type look on there. And it doesn't look bad. It doesn't, but you know, he's in the same environment everywhere he goes. I would have liked to have seen a smoky piece like what they used on the front of the motorcycle. They could have put the same plastic piece into his visor, because they did use it in production of the toy. Speaking of motorcycle, let's move Breaker back and take a look at his motorcycle. I'm not sure if this is a Honda, Yamaha, or whatever. It better be something American made, because they got American stamped all on it. It is mostly green plastic, green and black plastic with some translucent bits right there. Some lighter gray for the rims and some gunmetal gray for the engine parts. Painted on brake light. You can see the chain going through and a tailpipes coming around. It looks pretty good. Serves its function. We already took a look at the kickstand. I grabbed that early. Yeah, looks pretty good. And the front tire turns and the handlebars turn with it. Speaking of handlebars, we got a couple gauges right there on the front. Small molded in fuel tank. Some ridges on the seat. And what you see is what you get. Now there is some assembly required. All right, now the attachment, I believe this is the thing that carries the ammunition and connects the Gatling gun, minigun, whatever you want to call it in your continuity. Connects to the bike and houses the ammunition in real life. It separates, and I believe this goes inside. And this is what you get with the weapon storage attachment thing. And then here is the minigun / Gatling gun. I believe this is reused from the more recent release of Roadblock. The one I gotta get that one, man. It's sold out and it's not cheap anywhere. He's retailing for like 35 bucks now. Gotta get that Roadblock. I believe this is the exact same gun. Take a look at it. It has a handle for a handheld assault. Has a trigger right here. Grip right there. I'm not sure if that's a sight or anything. I don't think you use a sight. You just kill everything with this thing. And the barrel does spin, rotate, and it really magnifies the fact that it is warped when you rotate it. But that's pretty cool. So you open this thing up and slide this in the middle. That's easy enough. See if I can get it to close up easy enough. And I guess we attach it to the bike. There are 2 pegs here, and there's 2 ports right there. And we just push. I did not hear a snap, but I guess it's in there fair enough. And there it is attached to the bike, just like the vintage version of the motorcycle. So now the only thing left to do is see if Breaker can actually ride his bike. Man, careful with those hips. Get his hands on the handlebars. And one thing I've never liked about these G.I. Joe hands, and I'm sure they're repurposed from Duke and everybody else, the thumbs, the palms, or the hands, period, are just over tight. They don't need to be that tight. They could have been a little bit more of a gummy plastic. And I swear the handlebars are more pliable than his dang on hands. All right, sort of. All right. I kind of drifted this way because my right hand is my strong hand. He has a peg down here for his foot right here, and let me see if I can make that actually happen. I don't know. And him still sit there. So I mean, he's not coming off with that. Now I got his leg all bowled out. Looks crazy. He's not coming off with that grip on these handlebars at all. There are actually 2 pegs. I didn't see it stuffed in there. Let's go ahead and get them double pegged in. And we got it. That was easy peasy. Get his butt down on the seat. And he's new. It probably takes a little bit of doing. But yeah, I guess that's close enough. And he can get it. You can turn the handlebars. His arms turns with it. Or you can turn the tire and the handlebars turn and then his arms turn with it. Over here, Breaker. You can get him stunting out. And yeah, pretty cool stuff. It's always cool to get front headlight. Why is the front headlight just painted silver? Them cheap bastards. But it's always cool to get figures of this scale and get vehicles. Like it always is. And motorcycles are kind of easy to do. They're easy to package, easy to get at retail. It's still cool, but that's kind of easy. Can we get the All Striker? Can we get a Trouble Bubble? Can we get the Cobra Pogo? Can we get something that's not so easy to do? And I didn't point out the United States flag right there. MG 1027 right there. American Star and Stripes right there. You have 36 and a circle castle. I don't know if that's military lingo for home base or something. I don't know. Not military. Good look at the tire and the wheel and the braking system. Has some molding and shocks right there. Stuff I didn't go over. A little wrench painted right there. I don't know why that's there at all. But yeah, it looks darn good. So and it still rotates and it's still warped and wobbled. Maybe I put some heat on it and get it straight. See it dipping down when I turn. That kind of sucks. So I'm gonna get a couple comparisons out here and roll on. All right, I got up to get some props for my size up and run down. I realized I don't have a lot of motorcycles in my collection. So here he is next to Transformers Studio Series Wreck Guard in his vehicle mode. Here he is next to my Funko Pop Ice Cube. Yay, yay! And here he is with the Baroness still in the package that I probably will review next. Here he is next to the first release of Duke and I think the second release of Snake Eyes. Some Joes that I previously reviewed. Alright, switching toy lines. Here he is with Earthrise Soundwave. This is how he scales with Master of the Universe Revelations He-Man, Marvel Legends Fat Thor, Super 7 Thundercat Panthro, and fellow communication experts G1 Blaster. As you saw in the size up and rundown, Breaker can hold the Gatling gun with two hands, pretty much with no problem, as far as his hands and his grip. But with his legs, while I was posing them around, I was doing some photos. This one leg, as you can see, it kind of flops around, and I don't know if I did it when I was posing around when I tried to make it go to the back, but that joint doesn't lock in pretty good, and because of the gun is heavy, and obviously I don't think it's the fault of the figure, but having this long gun out in front of him combined with the bad leg, he fell over quite a few times while I was shooting that little scene. You didn't see it because I cut it out, but he fell over a few times, and I do want to make you aware of that. And I might as well break down my final thoughts on the figure. Just like the vintage G.I. Joe figure, he's pretty bland. He was just military green, and this is what you get right here. So no bells, no whistles. If you like the nostalgia throwback and you like Breaker, he's everything you really need. Only problem I had, like these guys, the guy had like 1 or 2 paint apps, and you literally had one job and you messed that up. So I'm sure I can hit it with some type of paint, but I shouldn't have to. And then like it's like a off grayish black, so it's gonna be kind of hard to blend that in. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have a tough time with it, but that was kind of messed up. I thought this could have been translucent in the visor, so you could still kind of see him through the helmet. And you just got this permanent reflective look stuck on there. It looks cool, but at the same time, it's really not that cool. And of course, the bike. People are going to want to army build the bike itself because we saw Duke and the whole cast of Joe, Scarlet, everybody riding this dang on bike. So not only are people going to chase this thing down just to get the head, but people are going to chase this thing down to get the bike. So hopefully we get a release later on down the road when it's just a bike. It doesn't even have to have the machine gun compartment or the gun itself. But I doubt it if they hook us up like that. But they should. I would really like that. As a complete set, it's pretty good. And I can't remember what it was after the discount, but it's right. I think it was right around $25 after the discount. When they put it on sale or whatever. I'm not exactly sure. Don't hold me to that. But it's a pretty cool set, and here it is. I'm having trouble. There we go. Kind of got to lean them back a little bit because, like I said, that one leg on mine is gimpy. But it's a pretty cool set. It may not be for everybody, but I do recommend it. It's another vehicle and another Joe from the vintage line. So I want to thank everybody for watching another episode of George Reviews. The reviews of every toy has a story.